Ticker symbol GTII has officially started the validation of its next support zone, with the pressures coming in from the Fed speaking tomorrow regarding our potentially last rate hike, right? Arguably speaking, there could be some setups here that may lead GTII for the continuation to the upside when also paired with FNGR. Let's validate now. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with the GTII technicals, raw price action, and statistical thread of analysis on this Taco Tuesday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, team, so what we're looking at here is the falling wedge that we've been talking about for quite some time, right? We got that breakout. We got the retest that we're talking about, right? We reclaimed the outside of this, tested our next area of resistance, and are now coming back for a few reasons. Okay, well, first of all, we reclaimed the inside of the channel, right? So we got that test right back here, right? When we got that pump to the upside at about 101, just, what was it, a day ago, right? So now we're pulling back, just like we talked about, to validate this zone as the next area of support, okay? But within that, there is something very important that needs to happen, okay, team? So I'm going to go ahead and just point this out for you and make it a little bit thicker so that we can see it clean, right? So yes, and also let me just get rid of the other moving averages too, because we don't need anything else here other than just the simplicity behind the SMA 10. This is the 10-day simple moving average on a closing basis, right? We're looking at this on the 6-hour chart of GTII. And we want to identify that we have not been upside of this moving average since July 12, 2023. As you can see, we've been using it as a guide towards the downside. And now we were officially breaking upside of it, and we're starting to test it, right? We're starting to test that support line of the SMA 10, which would essentially help with this range here that we're looking at between 85.87 and 90.29. This is a critical area of support that we're trying to validate now alongside the support of the SMA 10. Okay, team, so as soon as this thing starts curving to the upside, we may actually use that SMA 10 for a continuation to the upside and a pretty nice guide to do so, just like this, right? So very, very important times happening here within GTII. Let's move on to the next chart and see what we have in display here, okay? So this is the right angle triangle that we've been talking about for a couple videos now, right, team? We want to identify the overall volume perspective too, right? So this actually gives us the validity of the formation that we're in, right? Whenever you do have decreasing volume like this with decreasing price action and in a triangle form, that is essentially your validator alongside a few other metrics, right? So this is your validation for a triangle formation. And but to keep it very honest, you do need 2 touches of the support of the triangle before you can validate that we are within the formation in the first place. Okay, team, so so we're coming right back down, right, to the area of about, I would say, I wouldn't actually call it at around 83.22, although there is a potential for that to happen. But I would like for you to notice this, because if we did come back down here to around, I would say maybe 85, let me see if I can keep it as tight as I can, right? So if we did a touch of 84.62, I don't think it would be it. I think that, honestly, I think the support touch that we're facing could be 85.79. And if we close this, notice that the 3-day time frame is going to close in 17 hours, 47 minutes. That means that tomorrow, by traditional market close, this 3-day candle will essentially close as a huge inverted hammer after a downtrend. Okay, so what does that mean for us? Well, that means that there is an indication for a potential reversal coming in, which is pretty much in line with FNGR, right? Because FNGR is prepping itself for making a pretty exponential move to the upside. And if you are curious over what that can be, please definitely refer to the video. I just released it. It's a very important one for us to go over, right? So not only that is that we're going to be starting that new candle, the new 3-day iteration here after a print of a bullish candle like this. That would suggest that we may have the potential to break out of this formation here at about 90% to the apex of the triangle to finally get the upside, right? So based on a breakout from this point here, you can actually take a price objective, right? just like this. You take that trend line from the hypotenuse all the way down to the bottom side of the triangle, and you apply it to the supposed area of breakout, and this gives you these targets here. 168 to about 172, which is absolutely in line with the 3-spot 618. Shorter time frame, right? So this is very good, team. First of all, yes, we are getting this very clear indication that we're bouncing from the golden pocket here, right? So 2 iterations of it. This is very powerful for the asset, okay, team? So we're looking very good on the charts. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Here's another thing we have to embrace. Team, I honestly would love to suppress price action from moving to the upside at least for 5 days more, right? At least for 5 more days. Why I'm saying that is because, again, this is another inverted hammer after a huge downtrend. This gives us a clear indication that we may be seeing a reversal. Also, the fact that we are down here at the support level of this channel, right? So, in fact, the other, let's move this out of the way. Yeah, this one here, the prior month that we actually closed, that was a perfect grab of that support line of the bottom side of the channel, right? So we're printing a bullish formation here. We're printing a bullish formation right at the bottom side of this channel. I mean, it looks like we want to do this, right? So let's go. I honestly would love to see this close as a bullish hammer, right? So yeah. Next and last part of the analysis here is going to be the RSI, right? So yesterday we were pointing at the RSI too, suggesting that there could be some bounces to the upside, but also the fact that we could be looking at some consolidation too, right? So 30-minute immediate short-term time frame is suggesting a little bit of a downside, but we're already expecting that. We already said that we were going to drop down to around 85.79, right? So we could be looking at that support there. The bi-hourly time frame is supportive of that as well. SMA 14 from the RSI is located right down here, right? Let's see this right here. So the 4-hour time frame is starting to correct, right? So this is a little bit more of consolidation than it is downside or upside bias. Same situation here with the 8-hour time frame, very similar to the structure of the 4-hour or the 4-hour, right? So another situation here with the daily time frame. This is 12-hour, sorry. It's still a little bit bearish, but it's still consolidating. Same situation here with the daily. And if anything should be noted here is that the 3-day time frame is finding a bounce from the SMA 14 to the upside, right? So that's about the only thing that we're getting right now that could be suggesting a bounce to the upside, other than the fact that we're at critical supports in the other charts that we were looking at. Okay, team. So I do see a potential drop back down to validate that SMA 10 yet again at 85.79 before a continuation to the upside. Okay, team, so please remember, do not take anything that I'm speaking of here as a form of entertainment, okay, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool, okay, team? I can't be more clear than that. But with that said, I wish you well a very, very good night, and I'll catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.